to 2020.
2020.
To being a great year.
Let's make it a great year.
The Morning Connection with Clearly Connected.
I'm a certified integrative holistic coach.
Mm-hmm.
A great life is a clearly connected life.
It is a time again for the Morning Connection with Clearly Connected. On the phone lines, I have Candice. Good morning. How are you?
Hey, Liz. Good morning. I'm good. How about you?
I'm so good. Happy to have you back again. I cannot believe where the year is going. And
I know. It's like we're down to the last couple months of 2020.
And that doesn't seem real.
I know. It's been such a challenging year, and I just like to believe it's going to keep getting better as we move forward. So.
Right, and that's what we're thinking, right? I'm already got high hopes for 2021. There is no way that we could have the same kind of year.
Yep, absolutely. It's got to be a better year moving forward.
Yeah, so how can people, because, you in particular are a great person to make sure that 2021 is the year for everybody else. How can they navigate through these times?
Well, yeah, I wanted to talk today about, some more ideas that are going to help people get stronger and clearer and more connected as we keep moving through these times. In the last couple of months, we've had some great questions sent in, and this month I had some more questions submitted on the topics of, judgments and assumptions and just more tips on how to stay clear and connected, not just during this time, but in everyday life. So I wanted to sum it all up today by talking about the benefit of clear connection, which includes clear communication, which is really so important now more than ever. And, the more we clearly communicate, it's only going to lead to more success and fulfillment and peace and meaningful connections in our lives. And it's important to remember that there's so many factors that contribute to human behavior and communication. No two individuals are the same, and we all filter things through our own belief systems, our own patterns, life stories, and experiences, and insecurities. And because of that, our depth of understanding can only go so far. So we often react and respond without even knowing what's real.
Whew. Okay.
So one of many things that I've learned along my path is that you really can never be too sure of why someone says, does, or behaves the way they do unless you're leaning in and connecting and asking. Especially in this day and age, technology is the main source of our connection, in my opinion, the worst form. But, most people struggle with open and effective communication because we learn to shut down from ourselves and our emotions. And so the impact of not clearly communicating is taking others' behaviors and words personally. We go into judgment, we go into assumption, gossip, and then ultimately feel heartbroken, which is the opposite of clear connection. I see so many relationships suffer and even end over breakdowns that could easily be cleaned up with clear communication.
Yeah, 100%.
When we assume and make judgments, most often, that's not even real. That's not even what's really happening. So one of many processes that I take my clients through is called clearings, and there's various forms that just help people dig into the stories and judgments and help them discover more clarity and love for themselves and others. Our judgments are a really good indicator of where we can benefit from more love and growth and healing. And my coaching practice is dedicated to my clients, connecting to who, you've heard me talk about connecting to who they really are. And one of my intentions is that they learn forgiveness and tools and communication that help them connect in a more real and meaningful way in relationships in all areas of their lives.
Yeah, 100%. Like, that is all so important and so easy to get confused without the communication part. And sometimes it takes talking to you to remember how to communicate and look at it that way.
Well, think about when something as simple as when you get a text or an email, right? There's so many factors that go into that kind of communication. But what we do, again, we filter it through ourselves. So we project our own meaning onto it, and whether that's what the person really meant.
Right, you can't tell.
We don't know. Or if you send a text, someone doesn't respond. from there, what does that potentially lead to?
Right.
I'm being ignored, this person doesn't like me, right? Like there's all these meanings that kind of come from it. So it's very interesting and just important to remember without that clear communication, you don't actually know. And, you know, you've heard me talking on previous shows about how almost 100% of the time when I start coaching with a new client, it's also the very first time that they're experiencing what real connection is, and they start to let those walls down. And, you know, we really do all have so much more than common than you would ever imagine, and things are rarely as they seem. They are better than they seem.
Huh. Okay. All right. Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. Like, you just sometimes you're missing it. You're just not seeing it.
And so, you know, people that walk through my door, they want more for their lives instead of just living on that autopilot and feeling disconnected from themselves, others, and that clear connection is key.
So how can they reach you if they're looking for that clear connection?
You can reach me at 315-922-1645, or you can reach out at clearlyconnectedcoach.com. I also wanted to mention last month I started talking about the DXN classes that are going to be starting, and the schedule is officially up.
Yay.
If you want to go online and register, you know, class sizes are restricted right now, but jump online and register for that and give me a shout.
Let's have some fun getting connected, communicating, and it's all happening with Candice from Clearly Connected. There are additional links as well as at clearlyconnectedcoach.com, but also at cmikiss.com. Candice, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you, Liz.
Thank you. Thank you.